It's always been a pretty common theme to see in the movies when the protagonist started off as the selfless man, someone that cares, and willing to sacrifice a lot for people that he cares about. And then as the story develops, he started to experience a change in different values, and then he started to see life a little differently. But typically, at the end of the story, this whole idea of change in values usually ends up being something categorized as bad. And then in the end, he started to realize that, oh, I've been doing something horrible this whole time because someone close to him tells him, hey man, you have changed, or I've thought of you better, something like that. Now, I'm not necessarily trying to side with whoever's right or wrong because every single scenario has their own case. But you might also want to raise the question if you are actually sacrificing your joy because of their expectations of you are stopping you from setting up a healthy boundary for yourself. Especially if that's what you need to achieve your dreams. I mean, hey, time's merciless. Once it's gone, it's gone. It doesn't ever stop for anyone. My point is, when we repeatedly see these scenarios played out over and over again, we develop this fear to change ourselves because when we see a theme like that in the movies, we'd be telling ourselves, I don't want to be like that. So in the end, we stay in our comfort zone, exactly where people who's had long-term relationships with us expects us to be. It's become frightening to change ourselves, believing that it might not be acceptable by people around us, might not be approved, because the last thing that we want to hear is that dreaded phrase of you changed, man. When people we care say these things to us, we automatically assume that it is factually a bad thing, like in the movies. So when your values start to change up, you need to understand that you're not only changing yourself, but you're also changing how other people categorized you and your personality. So when you suddenly stop fitting into the box, or sometimes even cage for that matter, it can make them uncomfortable because that's just not what they're used to. One of the reasons that we are in particular social circles is because we share common values. But once your values have changed, it's only normal to expect that you'll be spending time differently with people. Some people will respect your change and some people won't. They could even get mad at you, say horrible things about you, and then the only way to mend this relationship is if you go back to your old self. But then you didn't come this far just so that you could go back. So as the saying goes, just simply be who you are and the right people will stay. So if you ever decide to change so that you don't have to constantly sacrifice your own dreams and your own happiness and work to be free from all the judgments despite your best intentions, it's not going to be easy, but once you finally start to get that big boulder moving, it just might be something you've been after your entire life. So be brave, my friend. And remember, your battle lies not within how others see you, but rather how you see yourself, knowing how others see you. So keep hunting your dreams, hit subscribe, and I'll see you all next time around.